anthraquine, oxytocin, and lidocaine. Cyclization, in which a straight chain compound drug is converted into a ring structured compound, for example proconil. And decyclization, again the opposite of cyclization, seen in barbiturates and phenytoin. Then we have phase 2 reactions. Phase 2 reactions, endogenous water soluble substances like glucuronic acid, sulfuric acid, or amino acids. These combine with the drug or the phase 1 metabolite, जो phase 1 metabolite है, and will form a highly polar conjugate which is inactive, and they get rapidly excreted out by the kidneys, basically, or by the bile. Large molecules are excreted through bile. The first is glucuronide conjugation. This is the most important synthetic reaction which is carried out by UDP glucuronylyl transferase, that is UGTs. This is an example of non-microsomal enzyme. The compounds which have hydroxyl and carboxyl groups will be easily conjugated with glucuronic acid, which is derived from glucose. Now, example is chloramphenicol, aspirin, diazepam. Not only the drugs or the drugs which have the OH or COH group, but also the endogenous substrates also utilize this pathway, for example like bilirubin, steroidal hormones, thyroxine. Then we have this glucuronidation mainly favors the excretion of the drug in bile. Second is acetylation. Compounds having amino or hydrazine residues which are conjugated with the help of acetyl CoA, for example isoniazids and sulfonamides. These have multiple genes which control N-acetyl transferase, and rate of acetylation also shows genetic polymorphism. Different. Third, methylations. Methylations, basically amines and phenols will undergo by the presence of methyl transferase, for example adrenaline, histamine, and nicotinic acid. Sulfate conjugation. These are mainly S4 sulfates, S4 steroid, mainly undergone by steroids of phenolic compounds by the presence of sulfur transferases, SULTS salts. Example chloramphenicol, adrenal, and sex steroids. Glycine conjugation. This is not a major pathway. It is a minor pathway of metabolism in which a drug containing carboxyl group is conjugated with glycine, for example aspirin and nicotinic acid. We earlier studied that nicotinic acid also undergoes methylation. Correct? Glutathione conjugation. The glutathione conjugation is carried out by a glutathione S transferase enzyme to form mercapturate. This is a minor pathway. This inactivates highly reactive forms like quinone or epoxide intermediates which are formed during the drug metabolism. Example is paracetamol. Then we have ribonucleoside or nucleotide synthesis. This is the activation of purine and pyrimidine entametabolites used in cancer therapy. Now here is a diagram which shows the simultaneous or sequential metabolism of the drug in phase 1 and phase 2. We have a drug which is undergoing a phase 1 reaction and metabolite phase, then it is getting excreted. However, we also read that in phase 2 reaction, certain phase 1 metabolites also get conjugated with the drug molecule and undergo excretion. But in some cases, the drug molecule may undergo direct phase 2 reaction and go for excretion through the urine or the bile. Okay, now what are the factors which affect the rate of metabolism? Animal species and strain, age and sex. At extreme age, or like in old people or in females, the activity of metabolic enzymes which are of liver is mainly low, so there is a higher risk of toxicity because the drug is not being metabolized. Then we third have the genetic endowment. It is seen that in people who have defective pseudocholinesterase enzyme, the drug succinylcholine is metabolized very slowly, which leads to prolonged apnea. Okay, diet. Then it also depends upon route and duration of the administration, which we read earlier. Then we have simultaneous administration of other drugs. However, if we are giving two drugs at a time, the one of the drug might inhibit the other drug, the action of the other drug. So presence of diseases, yes, the mainly hepatic and renal diseases mainly. If they have some disease, they won't be able to release those enzymes which are required to undergo phase 1 or phase 2 reactions, and thus that would also affect the rate of metabolism. Then what is the clinical importance of biotransformation? Why are we reading biotransformation? Now we have certain drugs, right, which are inactive and become only active during metabolism, which are like prodrugs. Okay, then we have certain drugs which get converted into active metabolites, that is, they prolong the action of the drug. Then the rate of metabolism of a drug also determines the dosage schedule of the drug. Okay, for this much, biotransformation is till this much.